Quagmire's life on Family Guy is a never-ending highlight reel of disasters. Ready to shudder through the worst moments our favorite Giggity King has ever faced? Here are the worst things that have ever happened to Quagmire on Family Guy. Let's start with number 1. Imagine waking up handcuffed and realizing your biggest thrill turned into your worst nightmare. In Season 12, Episode 3, Quagmire's Quagmire, our notorious ladies' man meets his match in Sonia, and Quahog's most outrageous rescue mission begins. Quagmire strolls into a tech shop to fix his crashing PC and ends up face-to-face with Sonia, a computer clerk who uncovers not just his cat photos, but an entire cache of his deepest, kinkiest browser history, unleashing a torrent of risque files that bond him with his tech-savvy captor. And their instant connection over his eclectic internet tastes blossoms into the kind of steamy date only Quahog could birth. Quagmire is convinced he's found true love. Quagmire wakes handcuffed to the bed, disoriented by the realization that he was drugged into sex. Miraculously, he declares her his true love, blissfully unaware of what's to come.
Oh my God! You roofied me?
Are you mad?
No! I'm in love.
Okay, Glenn, now that we've covered ourselves in black ink, let's do it until we've created every character in the Chinese alphabet.
Peter and Joe notice bruised eyes and evasive excuses, but Quagmire brushes it off, until Sonia bashes him and locks him in his car trunk, revealing her darker fulfillment of his BDSM fantasies.
This is one of your fantasies, right? Public humiliation.
That's my word! That's my word!
Word of his bruised ego reaches Peter and Joe at the Drunken Clam, and with Ida dropping by worriedly at the door, they form an unlikely rescue squad, tracing Quagmire's last known GPS ping to Sonia's Cog warehouse lair. The trio bursts in through crates and cobwebs, only to have Sonia drama queen her way with Joe's sidearm, until Joe reveals the revolver isn't even loaded, turning a tense standoff into classic pratfall comedy.
Everybody just shut up! What the hell?
Like I said, you're going to jail.
Oh, Glenn, I was so worried about you. Are you all right?
No, I'm pretty far from all right.
When the dust settles, Quagmire limps back to the bar, battered, humiliated, yet undeterred, quipping that at least his ultimate kink scare supplies fresh. Family Guy's darkest hour, when laughter turns into gasps. In Season 10, Episode 3, Screams of Silence, the story of Brenda Q, Family Guy delivers one of its darkest yet most compelling installments by tackling domestic abuse with unusual gravity for the series. When Glenn Quagmire nearly kills himself by accident, his sister Brenda arrives in Quahog, along with her abusive fiancé, Jeff, prompting Quagmire, Peter, and Joe to intervene.
Die from autoerotic asphyxiation.
Where am I? What happened?
Oh, Glenn! Oh, thank God you're all right!
Hey, you touching my girl?
Relax, Jeff. That's her brother.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Come on, Brenda, we gotta get out of here. I need cigarettes and jeans.
What starts as a grim rescue mission soon spirals into a hilariously tense plot to off Jeff for good, complete with autoerotic asphyxiation, fake death, and a triumphant, if still morally questionable, finale. The trio organizes an intervention, hoping to convince Brenda to leave Jeff. However, their efforts are met with resistance. Brenda reveals she's engaged to Jeff and is expecting his child, leaving her friends and family in shock. Realizing that conventional methods won't work, Quagmire, Peter, and Joe concoct a plan to eliminate Jeff. They invite him on a hunting trip, intending to stage an accident. But Jeff anticipates their move, leading to a tense confrontation in the woods.
All right, look, when he comes back, I'm just gonna do it, okay?
Kinda like this? You know, Quagmire, you are pathetic. You have to bring your friends out here with you to do your dirty work?
In a brutal twist, Jeff overpowers Quagmire and attempts to kill him. Just when it seems all hope is lost, Quagmire miraculously survives and turns the tables, ultimately killing Jeff to protect his sister.
Suit yourself, man. Just means you're gonna die slower.
I choke myself every day, you bastard.
To spare Brenda the trauma, the trio fabricates a story that Jeff left her, providing a forged note as evidence. Brenda, heartbroken yet unaware of the truth, begins to move on with her life. Screams of Silence stands out as one of Family Guy's most controversial episodes, tackling the serious issue of domestic abuse. While the show's attempt to address such a grave topic is commendable, the execution has been met with mixed reactions. Some viewers appreciate the bold narrative shift, while others feel it strays too far from the show's comedic roots. This episode serves as a stark reminder that even animated sitcoms can venture into profound and unsettling territories. Whether you view it as a brave storytelling experiment or a misstep in tone, Screams of Silence is undeniably one of Family Guy's most memorable episodes. Welcome to Quagmire's Personal Nightmare. Ever wake up married? To someone you barely remember? Quagmire just did, and that's only the tip of his disaster iceberg. Buckle up, because this is the single worst weekend our favorite, sexual opportunist has ever survived.
Nice.
Quagmire's epic weekend escape plan with Peter and Joe to a swanky Boston club goes off the rails when a blackout, a bender, and one very persistent woman named Charmise land them all at City Hall, ringing the wedding bell at dawn.
Oh man, what happened last night?
I can tell you what happened.
What the? Who the hell are you?
Who the hell do you think I am, sweetie?
Oh no.
Quagmire begs for a do-over. This was a colossal mistake. My liver's still in therapy. Charmise's stance, she wants to honor the sacred bond. So we're ditching every lousy year we ever had together, right? Charmise's move. She goes into full married life mode. Quagmire dodges so hard he brings up the worst question ever. Are you gay? Big reveal. Quagmire confesses, actually, I'm gay. Charmise's response, this should have come before we got married in your drunken stupor. Quagmire tries to drown his sorrows on adult websites, only to be busted by Charmise mid-click. Last I checked, gay men don't watch straight porn. Her challenge, prove you're really into men right here, right now.
What?
You heard me. I want to see you get it on with a guy.
Quagmire's SOS to Peter. Buddy, you gotta pretend to be my, husband on camera. One live awkward truth moment that could leave scars, or reveal something unexpectedly sweet. Will Quagmire salvage an ounce of dignity, or is this marriage officially DOA?
Enough! Kiss each other!
Oh yeah, that was so hot.
Oh God, I'm so excited for gay sex.
Me too. Your body makes me so horny.
Wait! Stop. Look, Glenn, you're obviously not gay.
Charmise walks away, files for divorce. Quagmire breathes a sigh of relief and a bit of shame. Peter and Joe support. They rally, slinging one-liners and nursing hangovers bigger than their remorse.
I'm sorry my urine melted a hole through your toilet.
Aww.
Even the slyest giggity can trip over his own libido. If you ever think you've had a rough Saturday, just remember, Quagmire once married a one-night stand and lived, sort of, to tell the tale. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own oops stories in the comments. Have you ever wondered just how far Quagmire would go for a quick buck? Or how Peter Griffin could somehow make it even worse? Well, buckle up, folks, because this is one of the most hilariously chaotic downfalls in Family Guy history. We're diving into Season 15, Episode 3, and things get weird, fast. It all starts when Quagmire takes an unexpected career turn. No, he's not flying planes anymore. Instead, he's moonlighting as a companion. Let's just say the kind that doesn't come with dental insurance. And guess who's managing his new business? Yup, Peter, because of course it's Peter. But when Quagmire crashes a bachelorette party in full pilot uniform, the bridesmaids mistake him for a stripper. I'm not a dancer, I'm a pilot, he insists. Too late. The cash is already flying. Shake that thing, Glenn, and the man does not disappoint.
Oh my god, what are you guys doing here?
Crap, our disguises didn't work.
In fact, it's the first time we see Quagmire truly come alive. Like, disturbingly so. This might actually be his true calling, but he's not ready to admit that to his friends just yet. Determined to get to the bottom of it, Peter and the gang pay him a surprise visit. And what they find is unforgettable. There he is, center stage, working the room like a pro. Ladies, this is your captain speaking. I'm in an upright and locked position. Nature is healing. And you know what? If Quagmire had launched an OnlyFans, he'd be a millionaire by now. Seriously, who needs a pension when your hips have stock options? But just when you think it couldn't get any wilder, someone offers Quagmire $500 to sleep with a bride-to-be. Cue Peter going full HR mode. Okay, but like, is that illegal? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yees.
Big Pete, help! She wants to do German things! German things!
What? No! Nine! Ah, she's got us both! Help us, pimps and hoes! Help us, HBO camera crew!
Peter, being Peter, doesn't exactly help the situation. Instead of talking Quagmire out of it, he doubles down, suggesting they lean in, hard. Why let silly things like the law stop you from making sweet, sweet moolah? I mean, Escobar didn't, right? Eventually, Quagmire doesn't even get paid after one of his gigs. And Peter? He straight up threatens the client like a button-happy bouncer. I could do this all day, give me the money. Honestly, the most loyal friend Quagmire's ever had. Between Peter's muscle and Quagmire's, talents, they could have built an empire. But turns out, selling your body is exhausting, especially when Peter starts scheduling back-to-back appointments. 5 clients? I can't do this anymore. Peter, you'll do it if Pimp Peter tells you to. Yes, he actually calls himself that. And things escalate quickly when Peter scores Quagmire a cameo in an HBO documentary. Except they only pay him once, and the next stop is, naturally, Hollywood, baby. Just your typical path from suburban dad to sex worker to prestige TV. And let's not forget the harsh realities of Quagmire's new life. No weekends, no overtime, no health benefits, just a lot of glitter, loneliness, and awkward client requests. But eventually, rock bottom hits. Thanks to a German client, don't ask, an identity crisis, and a shared trauma with Peter, they both realize something. This isn't the dream. This isn't even a good side hustle. And that's how Quagmire almost became the most successful, miserable gigolo in Quahog. Moral of the story? Never let Peter Griffin manage your career, especially if it involves tight pants and dollar bills. If you love chaotic comedy, absurd plot twists, and Peter doing literally the worst thing imaginable, this episode is for you. Smash that like button, subscribe for more Family Guy breakdowns, and remember, always keep your seat in the upright and locked position. Giggity! Ever seen Quagmire swipe so hard he forgets how to human? In Season 15, Episode 14, our favorite ladies' man downloads Tinder and promptly turns into a digital goblin. Stick around, because this is the cringe-tastic swipe carnage saga you won't believe. It all kicks off in the Drunken Clam when Mort brags about scoring hot dates on Tinder. Quagmire's jaw drops. Ever the late adopter, Quagmire downloads the app in a single tap and dubs it the Gateway to Giggity, blissfully unaware he's about to unlock the soul-sucking binge of modern romance.
Okay. My god, this app is amazing! Thank you, cell phone Jesus!
Huh? Oh, yeah, fine.
Before long, his thumb is practically smoking from non-stop swiping, and even his front door seems to obey the siren call of his phone, auto-unlocking at the sight of another match. And Peter has to yank the phone from his fist mid-swipe to save him from becoming a full-blown Tinder troll. Sensing imminent disaster, Peter, Cleveland, and Joe stage a full-blown intervention at Quagmire's usual haunt, belting out a hilariously mournful ditty on how swipe culture turns smooth operators into screen zombies.
You so gross!
Miraculously, the off-key melody snaps Quagmire out of his pixel-driven haze, and he staggers from the clam, vowing to quit Tinder, at least until tomorrow. And by episode's end, Quagmire emerges bruised, humbled, and ready to rekindle his old-school mojo. Proof that no crusty algorithm can outmatch the Griffin Gang's loyalty or Quahog's brand of chaos.
I just feel like my penis shouldn't be alone tonight. Alright!
So next time you feel the urge to swipe right, remember Quagmire's cautionary tale. Sometimes the best match is just a real-world conversation away. No app required.
Hey, do you think I could try to kick one?
No, you're all-time goalie.
Hold on to your underpants, folks, because Quagmire's luck is about to get a whole lot worse. From a day on a speedboat that ends in a shark's less-than-friendly nibble to a career-ending case of missing manhood, this is the definitive countdown of the top 5 catastrophes that make Quagmire wish he'd just stayed home and binged Netflix.
What's this? Is it your penis? Nah, I'm just fooling. I play that with my penisless patients to lighten the mood. Liev Schreiber gets a big kick out of it.
It all begins with the gang enjoying a sunny day on a speedboat, courtesy of Joe's latest acquisition from police storage. Spirits are high until Quagmire takes a dive and encounters a shark with a taste for the unmentionable. Yes, the shark bites off Quagmire's most treasured body part, leaving him and viewers in utter shock.
Quagmire, are you okay?
Do I look okay?
Oh my God! Quagmire lost his penis!
Hospitalized and grappling with his new reality, Quagmire spirals into depression. Seeking solace, he revisits an old childhood hobby, ventriloquism. But his puppet act takes a dark turn, serving as a facade for his suicidal thoughts. Thankfully, his friends intervene just in time, preventing a tragic outcome. A father's unusual gift. In a twist only Family Guy could deliver, Quagmire's father, Ida, offers him her own, well, let's say donated organ for reattachment.
Is that your...
Yes, Glenn. It's my penis.
The surgery is a success, albeit with some quirks, like an unsightly mole and a painful urination experience. Still, Quagmire regains his confidence, proving that even the most bizarre solutions
Thanks, guys.
can lead to healing.
Dad, I don't know how to thank you. You've given me the greatest gift I could ever ask for.
I love you, son.
I love you too.
The Unkindest Cut masterfully blends shock humor with heartfelt moments. It tackles themes of identity, loss, and acceptance, all while maintaining the show's signature irreverence. Quagmire's journey from despair to recovery is both hilarious and oddly touching, showcasing the series' ability to find humor in the darkest situations. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the series, The Unkindest Cut is a must-watch that encapsulates the show's unique blend of comedy and heart.
I'll say, I still remember my first real love. Seems like yesterday. Why, just thinking back on her makes everything all shimmery.
Quagmire's epic love tale, a Family Guy adventure. The episode kicks off at the Drunken Clam, where Peter consoles Chris over his recent breakup. This heart-to-heart leads the guys to reminisce about their first loves. Quagmire's tale stands out, a parody of the film Cast Away. Years ago, Quagmire was a FedEx pilot engaged to the actress Helen Hunt. Just 3 days before their wedding, his plane crashes on an uncharted island after flying into a storm. Poor Quagmire washes ashore scrawny, bearded, and more Gilligan's Island than Family Guy.
Oh! And I somehow drafted the punter Jeff Feagles in the second round. Oh!
Determined to reunite with Helen, he fashions a raft from FedEx junk only to have it sink faster than his dignity when a cargo ship, then a band of Somali pirates, enters the fray. Yes, you heard that right. Somalian privateers hijacking a care package express freighter. 4 years later, Quagmire staggers back to civilization just in time for a teary reunion with Helen, who's moved on, married someone else, and left him standing alone in the cold rain, heartbroken and drenched.
I'm sorry. I got back together with Paul Reiser.
What? I was devastated. Helen was my first true love, the only woman I ever wanted, and she had moved on without me. Fortunately, 5 years later, they invented portable pornography on telephones, and I've literally never thought about her since.
It's part love story, part survival saga, and 100% ridiculous Family Guy madness. So buckle up for shark bites, pirate plunders, coconut-fueled chants, and more giggity-gone-wrong moments than you can count. Because this isn't just any castaway tale, it's Quagmire's worst week ever, and you won't believe how it ends. So if you're ready for a laugh-out-loud journey through love, loss, and volleyball companionship, this episode is a must-watch. Imagine waking up one Valentine's Day to find your entire body has been altered. For Glenn Quagmire, this nightmare becomes reality in Season 11, Episode 13 of Family Guy, when his lifelong womanizing finally catches up to him, and he pays the price in the most unexpected way. Quagmire's lesson begins with a bruising truth. If you can't be yourself, sometimes you need to change yourself, medically. And yes, I'm talking about surgical enhancements so dramatic even a bodybuilder would blush. Until Quagmire's own surgery goes hilariously, horrifyingly wrong. It all starts like any other one-night stand Valentine's Day for Quagmire. Breakfast flings, next-day disappearances, and that familiar catchphrase, giggity. But when he wakes up after one too many toasts, he discovers the reflection in the mirror doesn't match the man he knows. "Why do I look like a woman?" he gasps, only to realize the universe has served him poetic justice for a lifetime of horny hijinks. Enter Joe, offering awkward pep talks that sound suspiciously like pickup lines. "Hey Toots, remember when you were too sexy in Area 35?" and steering Quagmire towards self-acceptance. But behind the gags lies a surprisingly sweet lesson. Never take your own identity for granted. As stakes soar, Quagmire heads to the doctor, only to hear that the universe has literally handed him the consequences of his actions. Cue a montage of Quenda strutting through Quahog in heels, desperately trying to keep his brand of giggity alive. Staring at the mirror, Quagmire realizes that this transformation is less medical marvel and more karmic payback. "Oh no," he sighs. "The universe is just giving me what I deserve for being such a pig."
My God, there was nothing wrong with my mirror.
Yet, in a surprisingly touching moment, he vows, "I'll do everything differently from now on," hinting that maybe, even in Quahog, people can learn from their mistakes. But of course, this is Family Guy, so we can't resist one final twist. As Quagmire prepares for his new life, a bemused Lois Griffin offhandedly remarks, "Don't worry, he's not actually a woman, he's just turned gay." Giggity! Until next time.